Hello, friends, and welcome back to Stan's Cutlery Universe. And today I'm doing something a little bit different for this Thankful Thursday. On this Thankful Thursday, not only am I going to do a Thankful Thursday, tell you all what I'm thankful for and grateful for, but I'm also decided it was time to show you all my small but growing Zippo collection. There is one that is not in here. I don't know where well, let me rephrase that. I have a good idea where I put it. It's one of my boxes downstairs from when I was moving stuff around. And that is the one I found in my father-in-law's stuff when we was going through it. It's a 1969 Zippo that I believe he carried when he was in Vietnam. He never smoked, but I know a lot of Army guys carried Zippos simply for have a source of fire. And of course, listen to this. Hopefully, whatever's going on, hopefully they're okay. So that sounds like 2 or 3 or 4 responding sirens, at least 2. Yeah, hopefully they're okay. Well, the sun is coming and going. It's hotter than hot out here at 9 a.m. in the morning. It's like 80 degrees already here, and it rained last night. So it is humid. It is muggy. But you know what? Those are just excuses. So first off, the first thing I want to talk about is I am going to be showing my Zippo collection, like I said. Then I'm also going to be showing the Case Collectors Club Summer 2025 edition. I am a lifetime member of the Case Collectors Club. I just thought I'd show the catalog, let you all see what type of stuff is in there. If you would decide to become a member, what you can see and everything. Plus, they do offer you some exclusive knives that you have to be a member to be able to buy. Different, they're normal patterns, but they're different, like handle materials and stuff. So yeah, then the first thing that I'm super grateful for or thankful for is last night we had our first professional photos done with our grandson and our daughter and son-in-law since they've been married, and it was awesome. It was awesome. It was a little bit warm, but it was a great evening. Got lots of wonderful photos. My little grandson turns 1 in a little over a week. So it was just fun. It was so awesome getting those photos. I can't wait till they're ready. Excuse me. Can't wait till they're ready. Had a great time. The grand puppy was there too. Poor dog. He's all black, Bernadou, which is a Burmese mountain dog and a poodle together, standard poodle. He's about 55, 60 pounds. Big. He's a good sized boy. It was so hot. Thank goodness for some breeze and a little bit of shade. Because if Ruger could talk to you, he'd be going, you'd go, "How you doing, Ruger?" He'd go, "It's hot. It's damn hot." Because he was this panting. Finally, when they was pretty much done, other than let my grandson go smash into his birthday, like a little cake that my daughter made for him early. Uh, you know, uh, I asked my wife because she was pretty warm too. I said, "Do you want to take Ruger up to the car and cool him off?" She's like, "Okay," and the daughter's like, "Yeah, go ahead." So we come up to the car. My wife's in the front seat and got the pup in the back seat with the AC on. He's just like, "Oh, thank you." But the funniest part, okay, these are the little things that you miss out on sometimes. The funniest part was my grandson, of course. They've wiped him down pretty good with the cake and stuff that's all over him. But of course, there's still a little bit on him. They're just like, "Hey, we're just going to get him home, give him a good bath." Of course, they changed his diaper so he didn't have cake all over his butt and stuff. Well, gets in the car and they get him set in. So they're finally getting ready to leave. They got the car started. So they get, the pup out of the car, our car. He comes in, jumps in, and the first thing he does, he starts licking. And his dad, my son-in-law goes, "Well, he won't need a bath when he gets home. Ruger's taking care of that." And the dog's just licking him, just going, "Oh, my little brother tastes good." I'm sorry. I know you all are probably thinking I'm a goofball, but it was just one of those lovely moments, where the interaction between the puppy, well, he's almost 3, and my grandson who's almost 1. It was just beautiful. It was just, my grandson's giggling as, the puppy dog's licking him. It was just probably one of those things you had to be there to enjoy it. And I apologize if I'm not, it's just, that was just something that made me thankful. I'm going to have some iced tea. It's like I said, it's hot out here. Oh, okay. Well, let's get to the Zippo collection. this, other than the one that I'm missing, this is my Zippo collection as it stands. What, that's 8 Zippos. I got one coming in from Travis, the knife shift. I used to be Travis the case guy. Got that one coming in, but these are all, you know, the knives I got. This was a case that I got from an online seller. It's definitely a display for selling them because this is how it opens up. But yeah, I'll get these out and I'll show them all individually. Let's start with the bottom one. I brought out my sunshine cloth too because after I put finger marks on them and stuff, I want to clean them up, rub them down. I do not smoke. I do carry a lighter, but it is a Ronson. So all these are still absolutely brand new. This is a candy apple. Just, I love that. I love candy apple no matter what color it is, you know, but that candy just looks awesome. Still has this tag on it, and the date on this one is K23. So what's that? December? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. Nope, November. Haha, I'm smart. But yeah, so just a beautiful lighter. Very simple, very, you know, but very good looking. But yeah, I carry a Ronson. Then I was doing some research. Would you believe Ronson is actually made by Zippo? It's owned by Zippo. Then I got this one. This one is very good looking. This is a brass. This one I actually got at Wally World, I believe. Oh, Wally World. They sell these for like $12, or at least they did when I got it, the brass ones. Really nice looking lighter. This one is A of 24. Huh, when you went there, January of 24. So I must have bought this last year. But yeah, just you know, sometimes the simple lighter are just the best. And I forgot who it was talking yesterday. They're showing there's was it Jersey Knife Guy or was it? I can't remember. I was watching yesterday and they said that ching, 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 that Zippo makes, you know, that classic Zippo sound. You know, that's what they just grew up with, always hearing their grandpa and their dad and their uncles and everything. And that was me. My grandpa was a smoker, and I was always, and my uncles on my mom's side there, and oh heck, my brothers were too. You hear click, 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 you know, and this is a matte black, just a simple, but sometimes simple is elegant, you know, got the sticker on it still. I like I said, I don't have the greatest collection. This one is a C of 14, so that's March of 14. Get that to where there we go. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Like I said, sometimes simple and elegant, sometimes I just feel, you know, are just sometimes the best way to go. Next up, this is one my wife got me for Christmas last year. I've seen this one on some others. I think Brian Bubba of Bubba's EDC has this one. I think that's who I seen it on for sure. It's an awesome rendition of the American flag with a buck and some geese up there, it looks like. Are those geese? Yeah, geese it looks like. But a big old buck and geese with the American flag, very patriotic. Again, it's got the tag on it. It's normal silver. This one is a I of 23. Yeah, so the 9th month, so September of 23. Yes, I'm using my fingers to count the months. Don't make fun of me. I don't care if you make fun of me or at all. Go for it. Nope, this is my channel. I'm learning to just have fun and do what I want to do and enjoy myself. You know, it's I got some really good advice this past week, and I'm doing my best to do it. So here we go. This one I love. Old Stars and Stripes. Look at that. Just a beautiful lighter. Again, brand new. What's the date on this one? This is L of 23. You guys can figure that out. I'm not going to do any more of them. So that's 12 of 23, I think. Yeah, A, B, C, K. Yep, 12 of 23. So just beautiful piece there. Now we're going into some that hit me very towards my heart and stuff. This one here. This one here, I believe I've used this one. Yes, I have. I used this one for a little bit, carried it. POWMIA. Then I decided to just let it be. This is J of '06. I decided just to put it in my collection, but this is that sound. There's definitely no fluid in here. Yeah, I was going to say it's dried out, but this one I did use. I carried it. I always had a little pouch I put it in. It wasn't leather at the time. Is this uh, what is that stuff? You know what I'm talking about, where it's they got the ratings, but yeah, just very simple and stuff. That's important to me from being a Marine. And then I got two here that are very important and really hit home to me. Now, any of these that had a price tag on them, I leave the price tag on because maybe it's dorky, but to me, I think that's just kind of cool to see what it was going for or should have went for at that time. Oh, excuse me. Got Marines, Stars and Stripes, and the Eagle Globe and Anchor, which stands for Air, Land, and Sea, because the Marines fighting all of them. 3095, it says. Still brand new. This one is a K of 23. So I think that's, if I'm thinking right, that's November of 23. But yeah, just a beautiful, beautiful piece. That means a lot to me. The one Travis is sending to me is a matte black one that says Marines and Devil Dog, and it's so cool. I don't have that one. That was actually on my shopping list. So Travis, thank you so much, man. That was so unexpected and so cool of you. I'm going to tag you in this, so hopefully you'll watch this. But that was so cool of you to do for me. Then this one here, Marines, baby. Eagle Globe and Anchor. Beautiful high polish shine. This one is H of 09. Yes, beautiful. I bought this one on the secondary market, but it's still brand new. I'm proud that I'm a Marine, and you'll never hear me say was a Marine. I was an active duty Marine, but I've always be a Marine. I earned that title, and Marines earn their title. They're not given to us. We earn it, the few, the proud. And I tell you, it was, for me, boot camp was one of the hardest things I ever did in my life. I was not the epitome of being in great shape or anything like that. So I lost like 30 pounds, gained a ton of strength, went from being able to barely run a mile and a half in 20 minutes to being able to run 3 miles in 22. Yeah, it was a challenge, and it's a challenge I'm super, super proud of myself that I did. Yeah, there's few other things in my life that matches up to that moment when we graduated and I heard, congratulations, Marines, and then we got dismissed. There's few other things that match. I mean, my daughter getting married, me getting married, my grandson being born. Yeah, there's very few things that match up to that type of feeling, and it's a different type of feeling because for me, the Marine Corps was an accomplishment that I did. Now, my career wasn't all that illustrious. It wasn't bad, but I screwed up towards the end of my career, and I assaulted my staff NCO, my staff sergeant, and I lost rank and pay and restriction and stuff for days. But, I still got out honorably, got everything, didn't quite get out the rank I wanted to be. But you know what? Old Chesty Puller, Marine Corps General, said, you ain't a Marine unless you stay in office hours at least once. So I'm a Marine. I stood office hours. Well, just a little story. Now let's get in this Case Collectors Club. Yeah, the cover shows you what you do in there. And I enjoy these. There's just some really good information in them. They're just cover some basic stuff. I'll hold these up long enough that if you want to pause it, you can. If I see something that really brings it up to my mind that I want to absolutely share, I will. Here they're talking about some of the different case events that's happened. It's pretty cool. Here we go into, oh yeah, this is pretty cool. This is like a farmer, a YouTube channel that's getting sponsored now, I guess, by Case. Are getting this here. I thought was really cool. Exciting new opportunity for veterans at Case. That was a Zippo that they made last year. This year they're making a special knife that'll only be available on Veterans Day. So I don't even know what it's going to look like. That'll be pretty cool. Then here we was talking about, knives that are only available to club members and stuff. I believe the Case knife that the Appalachian Trail, that one's available, but this one here You have to be a member. Look at that copper lock. I am getting that. I am getting that. That's that gator jig, dark molasses bone. Ooh. Mm-hmm. It's 135 bones, but you know what? It's marked as collector's club. This is what this page pretty much is: ordering information, and you know what I'm saying. So it's nothing really great. And then this back to the Appalachian Trail story. I hope I'm not going too fast. I apologize if I am. It's getting really hot out here, and I think my camera's starting to fog up a little bit. Oh, I thought this was cool. Now, I will admit the baby dock is not my favorite pattern by any means, but this was kind of cool, the history of the baby dock. I found that very interesting, and just got to finish the read. But when I started, I thought, okay, that's kind of cool, you know. Shots from the field, Texas edition. You know, they just have little different stories in here all the time. Sometimes it's mostly about people that work, you know, at Case, you know, like different things that they do, stuff like that, you know. And then the back page is some Case knives that you have to be members. And then, well, there you go. Yeah, just it's a neat little catalog that you get, you know, once a quarter. Some of them are way more interesting than other ones. You know, it just depends, like, you know, what you're into, what you want to look at. Like when they did the story of the Case event up in Mackinac City, Michigan, that's the closest one to me, for a year or two ago. That was really neat. I haven't been able to make it to one yet. It just, the weekends are on. Again, this year I won't be able to make it because the weekend that it's on, it just, I got my grand puppy, and then I got my grandson for a little bit of the afternoon. So, you know, it's hard to do a 3-hour drive one way and then, you know, do a little bit of event and get back. Plus it just won't work out, you know. So it's just how it's been falling. No big deal. I'll make it to one eventually. You know, you just got to keep positive and know someday you'll make it to one. Because if you force things in life, that's when you make bad decisions. And I am living proof of that one, brother. Because you can make a bad decision, you can make a bad decision. Oh yeah, shoot, I should have said this is an open tag from the Singing Toad. I am so sorry about that, brother. I am so sorry. Yeah, I meant to say that, and my brain went one way and my mouth went the other. So yeah, but I just thought y'all might like to see my small but growing Zippo collection. I'm very careful what I add to it. I add things that seem that have a meaning to me or that really catch my eye. I know some of you might go, a matte black one catches your eye, but yes, it does. Honestly, I need to get just a plain Jane one brand new and throw it in here because that's this Zippo history, Zippo what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting myself a drink here. Iced tea is so refreshing. What was it say? Yeah, it's 79 degrees out already. Whew, it's going to be a hot one up here in northern Michigan. The old sweatometer is kicking in already. Sweatometer, see it up here? The more sweat. Okay. Well, hopefully you all enjoyed my Zippo collection. I enjoyed showing it to y'all. It was something that I've been wanting to share, but I just couldn't find the time to share it. And now I want to talk about my other thing I'm thankful for today. And hopefully you've made it to 1845. Because this is the thank you to you all, to the knife community. This is what I got to live with out here. I'm so tired of all these vehicles so loud. We got trucks that go by with Jake brakes. We live in a valley, and you know there are noise restrictions, but it doesn't seem like they're ever enforced. But that's beside the point. Yeah. Anyways, you know, the knife community here on YouTube. You all have been my saving grace. You all have you all make me smile. You all hold me accountable. Sometimes a couple of you have held me accountable when I didn't really want to be held accountable, but you did it. And I appreciate that, because to me, that is true brotherly love and sisterly love. Because one of the persons that held me accountable is a female, a good friend that actually came here from the comic book side. You know, you all hold me accountable, and you also all build me up at times. You can tell that maybe I'm a little down or something, or I just did a good job and I didn't realize I did. And you're all like, Stan, that was a good video, or Stan, hey, that was, and I appreciate that, because that lets me know that, hey, I did this that's really good, and people are enjoying it. My viewers are enjoying it. And when I get the constructive criticism, all the criticism I have gotten from regular parts of the knife community has been very constructive and very helpful. Like I said, sometimes I don't want to hear it. I'm not going to lie, but I need to hear it. And that's true love. That is absolutely true love. If you love somebody enough, you will say, hey, brother, this is this or that, whatever. And that's true love, because, or, just true friendship, true love, whatever you want to call it. Because if you don't care about somebody, you just don't care. I think I might have some mail here. It sounded like somebody in my driveway. Either somebody's here. I don't care. Probably mail. I think something was coming from Kohl's today. I don't know. My wife's been ordering up stuff, so I can't keep track. Haven't heard the doorbell yet, so must be good. But yeah, that's true love. That is true kindness. That is true friendship, when you care enough about that person to call them out. I have a couple of those friends that are local. I got to get and hang out with them a little bit more, because I can't remember who's talking about nurturing friendships. Oh my gosh, my memory is so bad. Well, I'm trying to think who it was. Ah, goodness. Oh, it was Georgia Adventure, Randy. That you have to work on friendships and stuff, and he is so right. I need to do that. I need to go over and see my friend that's locally here. I'm thinking I need to go over at least once every other week. We enjoy hanging out. In fact, when we do get together, we'll be together for 2 to 3 hours unless one of us has to go somewhere. And it seems like when I leave or he leaves, it seems like it's been 15 minutes. It's like the call I had with Todd there, Pocket EDC, the other day. When I looked at how long the call was, I was like, whoa, that was over an hour. It seemed like 15 minutes. We were just interacting. We was talking. It felt good. So I need to get over and see that friend. Then I have a friend that lives downstate, about 2.5, 3 hours, depending on which way you take and how traffic's flowing in construction. I need to start making a point. Actually, I have 2 friends downstate now, roughly the same area. I forgot, because Chris, Radio Geek Blades, I apologize about that, is definitely a friend. He lives a little bit further than my other friend there. I need to get down and see those guys. In fact, I need to get in contact with Chris, see if he wants to get together, get in contact with my friend down there. And I'm not saying his name because I don't know if he wants his name out here. And probably you guys wouldn't know him anyways, but still, get in touch with my friend there. His wife, we actually met through our wives. They worked together, and we just became good friends. Actually, I got another friend down there too. Man, I'm horrible at this. Can't even remember my friends. But hopefully we can get together. Have some time. Maybe we can do it on one weekend, go down on a Friday or something, or even a Saturday, hang out with our dual friends on Saturday. And then before we come home on Sunday or something, hang out with Chris, or shoot, have Chris come over, have him bring his wife if he wants, and get together, and just all of us can hang out. We can just have a good old time. Before I was losing weight, one of the things we like to do is go to this one place that does a breakfast buffet that's really good. And our goal was to, by the time they see us there the third time, they're like, oh no, these guys, tell them we're done. It's done. We're not doing it anymore. But now that I'm losing weight, I can't do the 20th trip back to the buffet, especially when it's sausage gravy and biscuits and all the good stuff. Grits. They actually have grits up here. That's the one that got me. I love grits. When they're done right. I have had them made where it's like, yeah, or I think they just set out too long and they got dried out and like gummy, really gummy, more so than the normal grit consistency. Because I feel grits normally, I have a little bit of gumminess to them. Not bad. I'm not saying like you're chewing gum, but just that you Southerners know what I'm talking about. At least the ones I had when I was down south, they always had just a little, what do you want to call it? Stick to it to this. You could pick up a spoon and tip it over and it'd stay on the spoon for a second or so, But yeah, I don't need to get into that. I'm going to make myself hungry. I've already had breakfast. I don't need to be eating more. Yeah, friendships. You need to water them. You need to water them. You need to make those calls. You need to take the time to tell the people in your life that are important to you that they are important to you. make that time. I always complain, well, they could call me. And my wife's like, oh, the phone works both ways. And she is so right. And I think as a lot of us, we get it in our head that, well, they can call me. Well, what if both of you are thinking the same thing? What if Todd the other day when he called was thinking the same thing? Well, if Stan wants to talk, he can call me. No, Todd said, you know what? I'm going to take a moment and call Stan. And what a blessing that was, Todd. Thank you, Todd. You're awesome. And I appreciate you, brother. I truly do. I got a lot of people I got to make sure I put in tags down here. Well, if you made it this long, 25 minutes. If you made it this long, you are champions. Put hashtag Zippo in here for me. That way I know you made it this long. With that being said, I probably should have already said this, about please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Because if you made it this far, you probably already do that. But anyways, I have to say it. It's like a YouTube rule, I think. I don't know. With that being said, thanks for watching. Thanks for spending this time with me. I truly appreciate it. Live long, prosper, and collect your own way. Oops, hit the wrong button. There we go.